Hi Galaxy. What is the answer to life?
According to Douglas Adams' humorous science fiction novel The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
All in all, it's just another brick in the wall.
Hey everyone, I'm Chris from Cool Little Computer Parts, and today I will be doing a belated review on the Samsung Galaxy S3. Alright, so I apologize that this review is a little bit late. The S4 came out very recently. However, today I had to switch from US Cellular to Verizon because US Cellular currently was brought up by Sprint, and since Sprint is horrible in my opinion, we decided to go with good old Verizon. Used to have US Cellular, so I have had this phone for about 6 months now, and this is basically just a review, not just about how it looks and how it feels, just basically an unboxing of it with further knowledge of how it works. So far, this is my favorite Samsung Galaxy phone. Very nice box. Let's just unbox this thing. So the phone store already unboxes everything for you, so I just put it back in the box. I took my case off, so we're just gonna take this off, and there it is. It is an extremely lightweight phone, very thin. Nice big old fat camera, and the display is massive. This display is absolutely massive. And then taking a look at the lock screen, I've got a little bit of face recognition software in there, so let's just open this up, and here we are. Here's my home screen. You can see the Super AMOLED display. That is something that I love a lot about this phone. Not only that, but it's got some very nice haptic feedback to go along with it. Swipe left or right. It's heat sensitive, so you can do it with your fingernails. I like to organize my apps kind of like iOS. Ooh, no, not iOS. And otherwise, this is so far a fantastic phone. I love it. It's currently my favorite. I kind of wanted to get an S4, but it comes up for Verizon tomorrow, and it's $200. So it's probably not too worth it. What else? Here's my SIM card thing. I don't know. Oh, here's another wonderful thing about the S3, and this is a reason why I really did not want to get an iPhone 5, was because I can take the SD card out. Whoops. Yeah, the SD card out. Yay! I can take the SD card out. And, of course, the SIM card can be taken out, so that has a risk for potentially getting the phone stolen, my subscription stolen, that is. But I can take the SD card in and out, and I can plug it into my Hackintosh right now, and I can upload and download anything I want onto that SD card. And on iPhones, you can't do it. So that's probably the biggest use I have for it. Not to mention the fact that Google Play, in my opinion, overprices all their songs for Google Music. So I kind of like to, let's say, download it off of YouTube using certain software. And so anyway, once you have the phone out of the case, then under this is going to be another little compartment. Open it up, and I've got my S3 manual. I've got my in-ear earbuds. By the way, these are fantastic. Now, sometimes if you are a very waxy person like I am, and I clean out my ears regularly, it could clog up these earphones, but otherwise it works. They work just fine. They're perfect stereo earphones. They go perfectly well with this. It's about time that Samsung gave us some nice earbuds to go along with these. Not only that, also in the case we have our USB data cord, which I have hooked up to my Hackintosh right now, and of course a regular charger. And then that's it for the case. Let's take a look at the back of the sleeve. Back of the sleeve shows the very nice features in it, as you can see there. I guess you can't really see, but it's got the Super AMOLED display. all that good stuff. Thing about the battery life, I've had this phone for 9 months. I haven't replaced the battery. I have not replaced the battery well, my older S3, I have not replaced the battery once since owning that phone. It'll chart after about maybe 6 months of use. The battery life goes from maybe 5 hours to 2.5 hours off of a full charge, but it charges very fast. Don't get me wrong, it charges very fast. What else? The camera. The camera is okay. I mean, for videos, it's awesome, but it's got a front camera right here, and the yeah, there it is. It's got a little front camera right there, and the front camera is not really that good. I think it's less than 8 megapixels, and the big old fat camera on the back is 8 megapixels. It's great for filming, but pictures sometimes do come out kind of grainy. Even though I have preferences set at high, but I mean, it's just, you know, if you want a camera, buy a Canon SLR, you know. And then Samsung is making Galaxy cameras, which is kind of weird, but they do look kind of nice. So anyway, that's really it for the Verizon phone. Some pros: it's got a powerful dual-core processor. The S4 has a quad-core processor, and since my Hackintosh has a quad-core processor in it, so it's unbelievable that they've gone from single-core to 4-core in 4 years. What else? The Super AMOLED display is basically Android's version of, or Samsung's version of the Retina display. It looks the exact same as a Retina display, but the difference is this is a massive, massive screen. And the screen on this thing is fantastic. If you want to watch movies on it, it is perfect. I watch Netflix on this all the time. Games on it are fantastic. It's all high definition. Not to mention, this runs Jelly Bean, and Jelly Bean is perfect. Jelly Bean has the speed, it has the accessibility, and it makes great use of that display. The only cons I have are probably the fact that since it's thin, it's fragile, so if it's prone to breaking if you drop. The screen will scratch, but it's got Gorilla Glass, so it will not crack, but it will scratch. I mean, just keeping it in your pocket, you know, your keys jangling around, they'll scratch the screen. You know, what can you do? Just put a screen protector on it, I guess. And then, not only that, but it took me a little bit while to get used to the size. The size, if I can find a measuring tape, I guess not. The size is very big. Here's my hand. My hand is about, I think, about 6 inches tall, and I mean, the phone is basically 4.5, 5 inches tall. It's basically the same length as an iPhone 5, but it's wide. So, I mean, if it's in my pocket, fine. But otherwise, I think that's it. So, Samsung Galaxy S3, go for it, man. If you know, the only difference between maybe choosing between the S3 and the iPhone 5 is intuitivity and functionality. This is basically a PC on a phone. You know, it's got a lot of features on it that only certain geeks like me would know how to use, and that's what makes it fantastic. Apple just uses, you got your device, you got your apps, here you go, you're done. So personally, I like the S3 a lot better than the iPhone, and I'm looking forward to another 9 months before my contract expires. So, and by the way, as far as Verizon goes, I've got 4G LTE on it. It's not bad considering that I only have 2 bars where I'm sitting right now, but, you know, just running off of Wi-Fi runs fine, and then we got a pretty good data plan on it as well. So, that's it. Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe.